Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, Let me introduce myself. My name is Adrianus Urban Lamadoken from Muhammadiyah Sorong University. So now I will explain about what I have uh, from summarize the article with the topic the English students' perception and attitude towards blended learning pasca COVID-19. So the first one we have abstract. So this research determines students' perception and attitudes towards blended learning after COVID-19 in the Unimuda Sorong English Language Education Program. This research designed is mixed method from 1 until 7 semester Department of English Education Unimuda Sorong was chosen by researchers as a sample consisting of 20 students. In collecting data, researchers use questionnaires and interviews consist of 36 closed questionnaires which include the main answer to students' attitudes, negative and positive impression, and the concept of blended learning. The interview consists of 6 questions that include points to answer students' perception. And the next one, we have an introduction. The COVID-19 outbreak in 2020 disturbed many people's routine activities, including learning and teaching, and hit the wall. Online learning courses are driving the education sector. Based on the research's observation, some students consider blended learning to be ineffective because when not online learning takes place, the material presented is not conveyed well, which has an impact on offline learning. And the next one is a methods. So this one is the research strategy was chosen using a mixed method. So the first one is researchers create a questionnaire from Google Form, and the next one uh, get a link to sample distribute questionnaires, and the third is a questionnaire data is collected, and the next one researchers interview students, and the next is researchers categories a response based on questions, and the last one is researchers gather information and reach a conclusion. So the last one is result. So here the research get a positive and negative effect from the blended learning pasca COVID-19. The first one is a positive effect. The positive effect, we have a flexible in use. So the flexibility of blended learning makes the student can learn anywhere and anytime without having to attend in the classroom, since it's a both an offline and online learning method. It also make it easier for the students to follow the blended learning process. Jadi di dampak positif yang pertama itu adalah penggunaannya yang sangat fleksibel. Jadi di sini kita bisa belajar di mana saja dan kapan saja, baik online melalui pembelajaran online. So the next one is knowing new media and how to use. So because of COVID-19 and blended learning, students began to know more new media or application to learn as the lecturer introduced them. At first, they didn't know about the application, but due to the impact of the pandemic, the student learn how to use them. Jadi untuk yang kedua ini adalah mengetahui media baru dan bagaimana cara penggunaannya. Jadi sebelum COVID-19, sebelum ada blended learning ini, para siswa tidak mengetahui apa saja yang dapat digunakan untuk pembelajaran. Dan setelah adanya blended learning dan adanya pembelajaran online, jadi semuanya mengetahui bahwa ternyata mereka dapat menggunakan dan mengoperasikan media baru untuk melakukan proses belajar mengajar. The last one from the positive effect is effective. So the learning process is also interesting as it makes it easier for the students and the lecturer. So the students learn more effectively with blended learning. Dan untuk yang terakhir ini adalah efektif. Jadi proses belajarnya tuh lebih efektif dan lebih gampang untuk diikuti dan untuk dilakukan. Okay, the next one is a negative effect. So here we have inadequate facilities and infrastructure. Inadequate facilities and infrastructure make a negative impact on the learning process for the student. Besides that, there are some students that do not know how to use the technology, and not all students have a data connection on their phone to study, especially online learning. Jadi untuk yang pertama, untuk dampak negatif yang pertama adalah sarana dan prasarana yang tidak memadai. Jadi untuk sarana dan prasarana ini karena tidak memadai maka dapat menimbulkan dampak yang negatif dalam proses belajar mengajar. And the next one is a unstable network connection. An error network will hinder the learning process when learning with the blended learning, especially online. Even when the network is unstable, the students miss some of the material the lecturer explains. So they need to help understanding the subject. Jadi untuk yang kedua ini adalah jaringannya yang terganggu. Jadi mungkin pada saat belajar, proses belajar mengajar berlangsung, para siswa mendapatkan masalah di jaringannya. Jadi mungkin saja mereka ketinggalan atau tidak mendapatkan informasi yang telah disampaikan oleh dosen ataupun pengajar tersebut. And the last one is a time and money consuming. Blended learning, especially online, can be less efficient because the data quickly runs out and the students cost the processing a quota is quite high. Jadi untuk yang terakhir, dampak negatif yang terakhir adalah penggunaan waktu dan data yang sangat boros. Jadi di sini pada saat proses belajar mengajar berlangsung, waktu dan juga uang yang kita keluarkan menjadi sangat boros, menjadi sangat meningkat. I think enough from me. So I hope this. I hope when I explain this, we all here understand. And thank you for the opportunity give to me. Uh, uh, so I think enough from me. And assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And thank you.